We have an option every morning. We may get up and just go about our day, letting life take us where it pleases. Alternatively, we might choose our path by spending a few minutes saying to ourselves specific phrases that establish the tone for the day. Words that help us act with the finest intentions and harmonize our thoughts, attitudes, and behaviors. I don't mean meaningless affirmations, though, as it isn't what provides us with the necessary energy. It's not about reciting sentimental sentiments. Rather, I'm referring to strong statements based on reality. You may remind yourself of who you are by saying to yourself, principles and real intention. Imagine where you're heading and how long it will take to get there. Saying these 5 things to yourself each morning lays the groundwork for creating a meaningful day. Every sentence is a brick, each one containing a tiny amount of wisdom and power. You will eventually find yourself standing behind a fortress as you construct that wall, brick by brick. A stronghold of determination and purpose. That type of organization endures. When life throws you a curveball, that maintains your equilibrium. And what's great is that by saying these things every day, you're not only reminding yourself of your best self. One morning at a time, you're entering that version. It's similar to taking your ideas and coordinating them with the steps you intend to take, establishing the path before you follow it. One of those minor routines that, over time, has a significant impact is this habit. Every statement has strength and a role in creating the day you desire. These phrases remind you of your potential, direct your energy, and influence your decisions. They guide you through the day's obstacles, temptations, and diversions like a compass, keeping you concentrated on the course you choose to take. Here, direction rather than perfection is the aim. It's about gaining momentum one morning at a time, so that you can say at the end of the day, today was good, today was purposeful. The first thing you should say every morning is, today I accept responsibility. Now, when you begin your day by accepting complete responsibility, it's one of those words that has the potential to impact everything else. Since you cannot alter the wind, you create the conditions for true power. However, accountability entails owning that sail, even though you can set it, modifying it rather than placing the blame on the boat, the wind, or the sea. It's realizing that you have the freedom to choose how you react to whatever comes your way. And my friends, perceive one of the most freeing things as being true freedom. You might come to the realization that your situation does not determine who you are. How you handle things defines you. Accountability isn't about guilt or wrongdoing. It's about taking charge and realizing that you are the only one who can pilot your ship. Additionally, by declaring, "Today, I accept responsibility," you're committing to taking responsibility for your decisions. Your behavior and disposition throughout the day indicate that no matter what, you will react in a manner consistent with your principles and objectives. These days, some people live their entire lives with a blaming mentality and are always eager to assign blame. They are ready to criticize and blame others in their immediate environment. But here's what I've discovered over the years. Assigning blame may temporarily seem satisfying. However, the instant you blame them, you lose all control. By relinquishing control, you're effectively stating that I have no control over this and that I can't alter it. However, accountability offers you power, because accepting responsibility gives you back control of the situation. You're preparing yourself to create changes within yourself rather than waiting for the world to change. Does this imply that I must manage everything flawlessly and never make a mistake? You won't make mistakes if you don't accept responsibility at all. It means you take responsibility for those situations, but it doesn't mean you won't have days when things go wrong. You accept responsibility for your mistakes, grow from them, and get back up after failing. Instead of feeling guilty or self-pitying, you consider what went wrong. Find out what you can learn from it, then change your direction. It's similar to having a competent CEO who doesn't place the blame on the competitors or the economy. When things get difficult, a good CEO takes a step back, evaluates the circumstances, and makes adjustments. They accept accountability for the results because they understand that this is the only way to effectively lead. Therefore, when you tell yourself, "Today, I accept responsibility," you're taking on the responsibility for your own life and taking on the position of CEO for the day. You're promising yourself that you'll handle whatever comes up with poise, fortitude, and action. Now, because your thinking is clearer in the morning, why say it then? The morning is when you have the opportunity to establish the course, free from the events of the day. Think of it as establishing your internal compass before the distractions arrive. You're adjusting your thoughts when you declare, "Today, I take responsibility," aligning it to concentrate on actions rather than complaints and to search for answers rather than issues. This one-morning commitment enables you to identify when you begin to place blame on others. It serves as a kind of reset button, prompting you to stop thinking bad ideas and keep your attention on what you can manage. Here is where the true magic lies. Accepting responsibility causes you to quit looking for the ideal moment to act. Some individuals postpone their aspirations, objectives, and good intentions in order to wait for the ideal circumstances. However, I've discovered that there is never a perfect moment and that the circumstances will never be ideal. You must make the most of what you have and take action if you want to advance, because taking responsibility gives you the courage to act now, which is precisely what it does for you, wherever you are, with whatever resources you have available. Additionally, accountability helps you stay anchored in reality. It's not just wishful thinking. It involves examining your current location and stating, "Okay, here's the situation. What I can do is to recognize both of the opportunities. Given the constraints, then maximizing it, it's an attitude that demands no justifications." Then you begin to see results when you adopt that approach every day. Because achievement involves making progress little by little rather than waiting for perfect conditions. In the actual world, step by step, so when you declare, "Today, I take responsibility," it's more than simply a statement. It's a means of assuring oneself that no matter what, you're going to get up and bravely face the day. It's an assurance that you will take responsibility for your decisions and deal with any setbacks, and that when you live with that level of accountability, you'll continue to go ahead, my friends. You don't require the ideal strategy or all the solutions, nor do you require anybody else to inspire you, or even perfect circumstances. All you need to know is that you'll perform at your best, using what you have, and it's sufficient. Additionally, accepting accountability spreads to those around you. Your friends, family, and co-workers will see how you rise to obstacles, how you don't whine or place blame, and how you handle them. And that makes a difference. When you live responsibly, you encourage others to follow suit. Before you realize it, you've transformed into a beacon of light that others may follow. You're fostering a culture of accountability in addition to bettering your own life, of resiliency and development. So every morning when you awaken, take a minute to firmly state that I accept responsibility today. Feel both the burden and the strength of it, and acknowledge that by accepting responsibility, you're escaping the constraints of blame and the limits of excuses. You're telling yourself this from the prison of waiting for the ideal moment. I am responsible for my choices, answers, and actions today. And you enter the day with that attitude, grounded and empowered, and prepared to change your own life. Responsibility is the first step. If you don't accept responsibility, it will be the foundation of everything else you say to yourself in the morning. There is nowhere for the others to stand. Yet when you do, when you accept responsibility for your day, your decisions, and your behavior, you've already taken a powerful first step that will put you halfway to winning the day. The second thing you should tell yourself every morning is, I can do this. Although this may seem straightforward, don't undervalue the impact of these words. I am capable as a statement of your own abilities, a reminder that you have the strength to confront whatever comes your way. Consider this. How often do we stop to remind ourselves this in a world full of uncertainties, difficulties, and disappointments? We live in a society where there are a lot of reasons why we should be concerned. To feel unworthy, there are constantly comparisons between those who are quicker, brighter, wealthier, etc. It may cause us to feel inferior, but when you begin each day by confirming your own abilities, you're reaffirming that you possess the abilities and the willpower, and the fortitude to face every challenge that comes your way. Claiming to be capable every morning isn't a sign of arrogance or overconfidence. It's important recognizing your skills. There's a proverb that goes like this: it's true that you have all the resources you require in your head. You possess all the necessary resources to overcome life's obstacles, and simply stating, I am capable. By reminding yourself of this, you're allowing yourself to have faith in, even if you don't currently know all the answers, you have the ability to figure them out. Capability does not equate to perfection or the absence of setbacks. If make errors, it just indicates that you think you can manage such obstacles. You're not guaranteeing that you'll get everything perfect. You're just declaring that you'll learn from your failures and keep going. You're promising to try your hardest, and if needed, try again is a resilient mindset that comes from beginning each day with the words, I am capable. You're establishing a foundation of self-belief that endures through difficult times. You're depending on your inner power rather than luck or favorable circumstances. And ingenuity. Today, aptitude is a muscle. Like any muscle, it becomes stronger with continued usage and sustained effort. Saying, I am capable every day is a way of programming your mind to perceive obstacles as chances rather than dangers, rather than retreating from challenges. You become curious and begin to approach them, about how they might assist you develop or what lessons they can impart. You begin to view challenges as stepping stones when you adopt this perspective. And believe me, when I say that's one of the most significant changes you can make in your life. When you view challenges as opportunities to get stronger, rather than problems to avoid self-doubt that is stronger and more intelligent, is a potent force. It's cunning. It usually begins little but expands if you feed it. And soon you're doubting not only your abilities, but perhaps your identity. If you allow it to, self-doubt may immobilize you, but every time you declare, I am capable, you're reducing that doubt to a manageable level and telling yourself that yes, despite your difficulties and anxieties, they do not determine who you are. Capability is a decision. It's a choice to have faith in oneself, despite the world's arguments to the contrary. Consider the times you've accomplished goals that didn't seem possible before. Now recall how those tasks were challenging, even unattainable at one point. However, you succeeded somehow by being persistent, focused, and resilient. That's capability at work, and what's so great about capability is that it builds up over time. Each time you push through a challenging circumstance and conquer an obstacle. People occasionally question, what if I'm not good enough? When you're building up your inner power. What if I can't manage it, and I keep telling them not to question themselves so easily? Hard things frequently make us better, so just because something is difficult doesn't imply you can't achieve it. Capability is about having the guts to take action, not about comfort or convenience. Despite the challenges, It's about going deep. With having enough faith in yourself to keep going, you'll be surprised at what you're capable of. When you declare, "I am capable," you're giving yourself a chance. Additionally, you're establishing a benchmark for yourself. You're stating that I won't back down from difficulties or allow anxiety, doubt, or fear to stop me. I have everything I need to succeed today. And here's the thing, once you think you can, you can. When you start behaving like it, you begin to approach issues with greater assurance. You begin taking on tasks that you might have previously avoided and placing yourself in awkward circumstances. The true beauty of this approach is that you evolve as a person. It opens doors because you know that no matter what happens, you are no longer terrified of what is beyond. You'll manage it. Capability is also about development. It's not static just because you can do it now. Does not imply that you have hit your limit. Rather, true capacity is realizing that you're always evolving, learning new things, and improving. By stating, "I am capable," you are committing to that development and indicating that you are prepared to get better. Ready to grow and learn from my failures, my capability continues to grow. It serves as a daily reminder that you're not done, which is why repeating it every morning is so effective. That you're still developing and working toward your goals. And I'm telling you that your life is impacted in every way when you have faith in your own abilities. It affects your objectives, relationships, career, and health. People are drawn to self-confident people, not because they are conceited, but rather because their belief is contagious. People are inspired by someone who approaches life with confidence and want to be near them, who approaches problems with fortitude and doesn't give up when things become tough. You're becoming into that person every morning when you declare, "I am capable." You're demonstrating to others and to yourself what it means to live a life of self-belief. Thus, say it and mean it every morning, "I am competent." Allow it to serve as a reminder of your inner strength, your perseverance, and your future possibilities. Capability is the belief that you can discover the solutions, not the possession of all the answers. It's about having faith that you'll overcome whatever obstacles life presents. And that's a great way to start each day, my friends. "I am grateful" is the third thing you should tell yourself every morning. One of those fundamental mindsets that may change not only your day, but your entire life is gratitude. When you say, "I am grateful," when you wake up, it's like the lens through which you view the world. You've decided to concentrate on your strengths and what's working, rather than focusing on what is broken, what is lacking, or what you wish was different. And you may be wondering why you should concentrate on being thankful when just one change in viewpoint might make all the difference. Why does being thankful matter so much? Causes your thoughts to be in a state of abundance rather than one of constant need or lacking something. Being thankful makes you appreciate all you already have, including your family and health, your abilities and the possibilities that lie ahead. When you begin each day by saying, "I am grateful," you're establishing an attitude of self-sufficiency and fulfillment. Being thankful is also a potent remedy for the never-ending need for more. One of the finest strategies to fight negativity is to acknowledge that life is full with obstacles, frustrations, and setbacks. But if you can examine those difficulties by adopting an attitude of thankfulness, you begin to perceive them in a new way. You start to realize that even in bad circumstances, there is something to be gained. Even while there is a lesson or a bright side, things aren't always ideal. It just indicates that you can discover value in every circumstance, even the challenging ones. And the amazing thing about being thankful is that it multiplies. You begin to notice the small things more when you're thankful for them. Your mind is conditioned to seek for benefits, things to be grateful for, and reasons to be happy, and you discover more as you search. It's like a snowball effect. Before long, you'll be seeing happy things every day. things that cheer you up and make you feel fortunate. This isn't only a theoretical concept. Changing your attention has actual power. People who are thankful are happier, healthier, and more resilient, according to research. Why? As they are preoccupied with what is good rather than what is wrong. By expressing gratitude, you are also preparing yourself for resiliency. Moreover, if you approach life with an attitude of thankfulness, you're more likely to find a way to go on even in the face of adversity. You'll probably remark, "Okay, this is a setback, but I'm thankful for the chance to learn." It makes the difference between being crushed by a problem, therefore I'm thankful for the opportunity to recover, and being thankful provides you with a strong foundation that allows you to overcome anything. It helps you stay grounded in what's good and important. And when things become bad, that's a strong place to stand. Being thankful today doesn't mean denying reality or acting as though everything is perfect. It's about discovering something positive and genuine despite obstacles. It might be as easy as appreciating another day and the opportunity to better yourself for the people in your life, or even for the knowledge you've gained from previous hardships. Finding what is worthwhile is all that is necessary to be grateful. Perfection is not necessary, and you promise to searching for that value as you begin your day by stating, "I am grateful." Having gratitude also has the potential to improve relationships. When you value someone's traits, you're more inclined to see the best in them, rather than concentrating on what someone hasn't done, their efforts, and even their shortcomings or where they fail. Being thankful allows you to concentrate on the positive aspects of their presence in your life. It enables you to perceive the positive aspects of other people and to be more understanding and forgiving. Saying, "I am grateful" first thing in the morning sets the stage for you to perceive the positive in others in your immediate vicinity, and I'm telling you that leads to stronger bonds, improved relationships, a better life. And remember that gratitude also creates opportunities. People can tell when you're grateful for what you have. They want to be around someone who views life with gratitude because they are drawn to that vibe. Being thankful makes you magnetic if you're not always whining or focused on what's wrong. It fosters a pleasant environment around you, which frequently draws opportunities. People and events that enrich your life even more. I adore a tale of a man who would express gratitude for everything. Regardless of the situation, he would express gratitude whenever something positive occurred. He felt there was something to learn. Therefore, even if everything went wrong, he would still say, "Thank you." Maybe some blessing concealed inside it, first making him seem odd. But as time went on, they saw that he was happier, calmer, and more grounded. Why? Since he was content without waiting for life to be ideal. He was content with what he already had because of the experiences and lessons he had learned, the little things in life that brought him happiness every day. So when you respond, "I am grateful" in the morning, you're expressing gratitude to yourself by telling yourself that regardless of what occurs today, there is cause for gratitude, and that thankfulness turns into a beacon, providing you with perspective and strength. And it adds a little brightness to the day. Imagine approaching each day with such frame of mind, rather than hurrying through tasks. You take note of the minor successes, the nice words, the small pleasures, and the little moments you cherish. These are the moments that make up life, and when you are thankful, you begin to realize how rich and full each day can be. It doesn't imply that you don't have lofty objectives, but rather that you're not waiting to achieve them in order to be content. You're finding contentment in the process itself, in the people you encounter, and in your own development. Being thankful is another potent manifestation of humility in the lessons you learn. It's a means of admitting that you weren't alone in anything, and that there are factors and chances that have shaped your current situation. Being thankful acknowledges that you are a part of something greater. You're grateful for what you've been given as well as what you've done, what you've gone through, and that humility keeps you rooted. It serves as a reminder that life is a gift, that every day presents a chance, and that there is always something for which to be grateful. Therefore, each morning before you start your day, take a time to express your gratitude. Allow it to settle in and serve as a reminder of all the positive things in your life. Let it remind you of your supporters and the chances you have. The lessons you've learned. Gratitude is a state of mind, not simply a word, and you're preparing yourself to view the world in a more positive and grateful manner when you begin your day with it. You're establishing a foundation of tranquility, abundance, and resilience. There are many methods to cultivate thankfulness. Maybe you might take a minute to consider your blessings, even if they are minor, or to put down a few thoughts that come to mind as a silent way to express gratitude for the new day. Whatever shape it takes, let it be genuine and significant. Let it serve as a means of realizing that, in spite of life's ups and downs, each day has something worthwhile to offer. I am focused on growth is the fourth thing you should tell yourself every morning. Declaring your focus on growth means you're on a route that will lead to ongoing progress. You're reminding yourself that, despite any sluggish or difficult progress, you're determined to improve upon who you were yesterday. It's about being a little bit stronger, smarter, and more capable every day. When your goal is to evolve, you're not searching for perfection, but rather for advancement. This short sentence causes you to actively embrace change instead of looking for stability or comfort. And progress, along with the lessons it imparts, is a process rather than a final goal. It's a continuous process, and when you begin each day with an eye toward progress, you're laying the groundwork for finding chances to learn and grow, and it's simple to move outside of your comfort zone. Although comfort makes one feel protected, it doesn't promote progress. On the other side, it keeps us stagnant, demands discomfort, and when you state that I am growth-focused by trying something new and pushing yourself, you're allowing yourself to feel a bit uneasy. You're making a commitment to grow from your errors and get back up after a setback. And to continue on regard, it's about admit how difficult things become. Being modest enough to acknowledge that there is always more to learn is necessary for progress. It's about admitting that even if you may be very knowledgeable, you're keeping your mind open by concentrating on progress. But there's a lot more out there. You become like a sponge, soaking up knowledge from everyone and everything around you. Encounters and knowledge you gain, every obstacle you face becomes a chance to grow. Your comprehension of each setback as an opportunity to develop resilience. The beauty of progress is that it makes every experience worthwhile. Anything that advances your development when you begin each day with an eye toward improvement. Failures and disappointments are less likely to derail you. Instead, you start to view them as opportunities. Growth in the process isn't linear. There are moments when it's 2 steps ahead and 1 step back, and the route isn't always clear-cut or attractive. However, if you remain dedicated and maintain your focus on improvement, you'll discover that every day's work advances you. You're strengthening your foundation, gaining a deeper knowledge, and increasing your ability to deal with life's challenges. Resilience is another benefit of having a growth mentality when you're dedicated to progress. You don't let failures or fear hold you back, and you don't become disheartened quickly. Why? As you are aware that even in the event that things don't go as planned, the experience still has value. Growth encourages you to take chances, accept the unknown, and confront obstacles head-on. You begin to see failure as a necessary part of the process that might teach you something instead of something to be afraid of. It's an attitude that says, whatever comes my way, I'll shape you and make you better. I will grow from it, learn from it, and become a better person as a result. Additionally, it's fascinating to note that concentrating on expansion draws in fresh opportunities, while actively learning, developing, and growing your abilities. People see that individuals that are continuously bettering themselves are given possibilities, who are dedicated to quality, and who are flexible. Opportunities in life usually present themselves to those who are prepared and eager to take them. You're setting yourself up for such possibilities when you declare, "I am focused on growth." You're developing the abilities and mentality required to maximize them. When they do, patience is also necessary for progress. When you put in a lot of effort and don't see results right away, it's natural to get upset. However, by emphasizing progress, you remind yourself that it takes time. You're prepared to work hard, to make little changes every day in the hopes that they will build up over time. Consider it similar to sowing a seed. Initially, not much happens. However, as you tend to it and water it, the seed starts to grow and take root, and ultimately growth is like this. It develops into something powerful and lovely. Even while you might not notice results immediately, they will eventually appear if you remain dedicated. Declaring that you are growth-focused also implies that you are not evaluating yourself against others. Every person's progress is different and personal. When you concentrate on growth, you're thinking about your path and your advancement. You're not glancing around to see how far people may be ahead or behind you. A development attitude helps you stay focused, yet comparison may steal your happiness. You are not competing with anyone else on your own road. It's a strong place to be when you're just trying to improve upon who you were yesterday. As you tell yourself, "I am focused on growth," you are also welcoming obstacles. You're getting ready to approach challenges from a different angle. You begin to lean toward difficult or unexpected situations rather than avoiding them. You understand that we frequently develop via the most trying events. Consider your life's moments when you've been stretched the most. The most valuable lessons are frequently learned during challenging circumstances. Things have influenced your current identity. When you put growth first, you choose to view obstacles as chances to gain resilience, strength, and wisdom. A growth-oriented mindset also helps you become more adaptive because life is full of changes, some of which are beyond our control. You're better able to deal with and adjust to changes when you're dedicated to your own development and to figure out how to prosper in every situation. Unexpected occurrences are less likely to derail you since you accept them as a necessary part of the trip, as fresh encounters that might advance your own growth. Growth gives you the flexibility to change without losing your basic principles and to bend without breaking. Or your guidance every morning as you state, "You're holding yourself to a high level, and I'm focused on improving." You've made the decision to not settle for less, to constantly pushing your boundaries. You're resolving to live a life of constant progress. You're urging yourself to never stop learning and experiencing new things, that you have the opportunity to become a better version of yourself, and that there is always more to learn. And that drive to development, that determination to being more, is what eventually results in a life filled with influence, purpose, and fulfillment. Therefore, remind yourself every day that you are focused on progress, and allow those words to motivate you to take on new tasks. Should look for fresh experiences in order to gain knowledge from every circumstance. Although it's not always pleasant or easy, growing is one of the most fulfilling experiences. You can start with an emphasis on development. In addition to bettering yourself, you're also enhancing your life and strengthening your bonds with others, and creating a future that is in line with your greatest potential when you prioritize improvement every day. You begin to perceive the world differently, seeing possibilities where you previously perceived barriers. You start to understand that every day you discover lessons in areas where you used to feel frustrated. gives you the opportunity to grow a bit stronger, smarter, and better. All those little steps eventually add enough to bring you to locations you never imagined that you could achieve the things you once believed were unachievable. Growth is about direction, not speed. It's about making sure you're getting closer to the person you want to be every single day, to the life you desire. And by declaring that I am growth-oriented, you put yourself on that course each and every morning. It's a pledge to live intentionally, take charge of your growth, and never stop aiming for your potential. The fifth and last thing you should tell yourself every morning is, my attitude is under my control. The unseen factor that greatly influences how we perceive life is attitude. It influences how we deal with difficulties, how we relate to other people, and even how we view ourselves. The important thing is that, although we can't always control our circumstances, we can always control our attitude. Saying, I am in control of my attitude, serves as a reminder to yourself that regardless of what occurs today, you have the ability to decide how you will react. Attitude is a decision we make every day, every hour, and every minute. Depending on how we see the world, we can decide to be optimistic. Alternatively, we can decide to be pessimistic or to recognize the positive aspects of other people. Alternatively, we may concentrate on their shortcomings and search for possibilities, or we may concentrate on the challenges, and that decision determines everything else. Saying, I'm in control of my attitude, serves as a reminder to yourself that you have the ability to consciously choose this option rather than allowing events or feelings to control how you feel. Why concentrate on attitude now, if my buddies? Attitude frequently makes the difference between someone's success and failure. Who triumphs against hardship and someone who is vanquished by it? It's what keeps you going through difficult times and gives you a boost when life seems to be pulling you down. When you have the correct mindset, you can handle everything that comes your way because you are resilient and unstoppable. However, even the simplest obstacles might seem overwhelming if one has the incorrect mindset. Declaring that you are in charge of your attitude is akin to establishing a self-anchored position. Whatever the day throws at you, you're determined to react with tenacity, patience, and positivity. Furthermore, let's face it, life won't always go as planned. There will be days when things don't go as expected. When people disappoint you, when unforeseen difficulties occur, even when everything else seems out of control, here is the wonder of life. One thing that you can still influence is your mindset, and consider it this way, that control can make all the difference. If you wear dark, depressing lenses, your attitude is like the color of those lenses. The world, no matter how light it is, will appear dreary and depressing. However, you can see the light and the possibilities if you wear clear, bright lenses. The opportunity by asserting that I am in charge of my mindset, even on the difficult days. You're selecting the perspective that will guide your day and choose to perceive things clearly. Your relationships are impacted by your optimistic and resolute attitude. Your attitude determines how you connect with people, how you treat them, and how you respond to them. Having a positive outlook makes you more understanding and patient. You're able to see the best in others and are more open to listening and learning. Being able to overlook their flaws and see their qualities makes you someone others want to be around. People are drawn to you because they perceive you as a positive, uplifting, and energizing force. Positivity does more than merely make your life better. It improves the lives of everyone you encounter, and here's what I've discovered over the years. You must constantly reaffirm your attitude throughout the day. It is not something you establish once and forget. Even though you may begin your day feeling upbeat, a setback, an offensive remark, or an unforeseen issue might occur. The real job begins when that mentality is abruptly put to the test. It's at such difficult times that you remember yourself that you have power over your attitude. You inhale deeply, refocus, and decide to react patiently once more. With power and optimism. The quality of your inner existence is determined by your attitude. It's simple to go through the motions of a day. However, even the greatest experiences might feel meaningless if the proper mindset isn't there. Making a positive choice may provide significance to even the most mundane circumstances. Resilient mindset. You're developing a sense of contentment and happiness that transcends your situation. You're creating an inner reality that is independent of anything that occurs in your environment. I'm warning you that life will test you and that it's not always easy. When your patience runs out, there may be days when it seems like everything is against you, when annoyance and rage flare. But when I declare, I am in control of my attitude, that commitment becomes much more potent. You're getting ready for those exams. You're reminding yourself that you can choose to overcome any difficult circumstance. Gratitude is closely related to thankfulness. Thankfulness serves as a reminder of your blessings. It anchors you in plenty rather than lack by focusing on what you have and what is working. Because it's a lot simpler to keep a positive outlook when you're grateful. Being aware of everything makes it simpler to be understanding, patient, and resilient. You must be thankful for the fact that attitude is contagious, which is another crucial component. People are able to perceive your energy and mood. People notice when you enter a room with a cheerful, can-do attitude. On the other side, they experience inspiration, encouragement, and elevation. When you enter with a bad attitude, it depresses everyone. Great leaders are renowned for their attitude because they control their emotions. When events determine their appearance, people decide on their mentality, and that decision affects everyone in their vicinity. You are committing to more than just yourself when you say, I am in control of my attitude. You're leading by example, demonstrating to others what it means to live a resilient, upbeat, and strong life. You're turning into a reminder to others that no matter what life throws at you, you can still succeed. One of the best gifts you can offer, my friends, is the ability to select your reaction. When you approach your goals with positivity, your attitude has a significant influence on your goals and accomplishments. Having a resilient mindset increases your likelihood of taking action to continue and endure. However, a pessimistic outlook, even in the face of adversity, may make even the slightest challenges seem insurmountable. It is easy to quit up, become disheartened, and allow uncertainty to rule your thoughts. However, if you have the correct mindset, you remain dedicated, focused, and keep going. You view obstacles as short-term learning opportunities that are a necessary part of the process. And that mindset is what eventually results in success, so intentionally say it every morning. Remember that I am in charge of my attitude, regardless of what occurs today. You have the ability to decide how you will react and to maintain your optimism. You have the ability to determine the tone of your day in order to maintain resilience and focus. For your conversations and experiences and that decision, that strength is what will keep you going through anything comes your way. With a positive outlook, you're ready to take on each day and are ready for whatever life throws at you. To pursue your objectives with tenacity, to engage with people kindly, and to tackle obstacles with bravery. You're prepared to experience life to the fullest, to be in the present and enjoy every second. And it's a tremendous way to live, my friends. Take a time to focus on these words as you begin each new day. Keep in mind that you're establishing a strong goal to live a purposeful life every morning, to put in your best effort and align your behavior with your principles. These serve as reminders of who you are choosing to be, not simply words to utter and forget. And life is full of distractions from what you're trying to do. unforeseen difficulties or periods of uncertainty. However, when you begin each day with a clear goal in mind, you're more equipped to manage anything if you are reminded of your strengths and ideals. You're returning your attention to what you can manage and the viewpoint you decide to adopt, and to the development you're prepared to seek through these early times of introspection. Provide you with the framework required to design a day of purpose, resiliency, and significance. Every morning is a chance to use these words as a blank canvas. In addition to establishing a strong example for yourself, you're getting ready to give the world your all. Consider these morning hours as an opportunity to orient yourself, to enter the day with clarity and confidence, and to keep in mind what's really important. The little deliberate actions that are in line with your vision and values are what create a meaningful existence. One day at a time, and by saying these inspirational words first thing in the morning, you're making the decision to face that life with courage and purpose. Accept it.